Okay. I am pulling some cards now. Sorry, it took me a while. I was at work today till 8, and then of course it's Taco Tuesday. So, Taco Tuesday is sacred in these parts. I'm just kidding, but anyways, so I am going to do your reading right now as we speak. I am going to send you my Cash App and Venmo. Send what you can. We're going to pull some cards to see, if there's anything that you need to know about this kind of potential love match. I do like Taurus and Leo. They're both fixed signs. You're a fixed earth sign. He's a fixed fire sign. Sometimes Taurus and Leo can find some common ground, even though it's earth and fire, which are opposing elements, but that's okay. I'm going to do one more shuffle. I'm going to cut the deck, and then I'm going to pull some cards. I will pull 3 cards. At first, situation, action, outcome. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. Let's pull the 3 cards. All right, so situation, action, get down. I have dogs everywhere. Outcome. Okay, so the situation is the 8 of Pentacles. This is the card, it's actually, I'm going to read kind of, I don't know how hard I'm going to go with the reversals on this one, but 8 of Pentacles is Virgo. It's the card of manifestation through hard work. And honestly, when I look at this 8 of Pentacles in your situation, it tells me that you have to, only time is going to tell. I would say that, don't put in too much time and effort. Let things happen naturally. But it is a manifestation card. So this could be that you called him in, he called you in. And I say that because you have a Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune is it's fate and destiny. That doesn't always mean that it's like, oh, we're destined and fated to be together. What it means is that you are destined to meet. So we'll kind of delve into that. But this 8 of Pentacles, especially in the reverse, is taking things slow. Even to the point of I don't want to say vetting him, but it's a little bit like that. But it's this manifestation card of only time is going to tell whether or not this is going to have potential. The action is the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. So the Wheel of Fortune is the card of destiny, fate, karma. It's that karmic wheel, cosmic wheel. It's fate. It means that this was a meant to be scenario. But sometimes, and again, you remember when I said you guys are both fixed signs. Well, you are a fixed fire sign. He is a fixed fire sign. You are a fixed earth sign. The Wheel of Fortune represents the 4 fixed signs of the zodiac. So Taurus, Leo, Aquarius, and Scorpio. And it's about everything having a season. There is an element of fate to your relationship. However, the Wheel of Fortune does not want you to repeat patterns with this person. Whether you are repeating patterns from a past life connection you had together, or whether you are repeating patterns from past relationships with other people, you want to try to I don't want to say clean slate, because we do have the Wheel of Fortune reverse, but I do feel this Wheel of Fortune reverse is asking you to break habits and patterns, be open, be ready to kind of figure out if this is just because it's fated doesn't mean that it's destined or fated doesn't necessarily mean that we're going to overlook bad behavior. And then the outcome is the 9 of Cups in reverse. You got all reversals, but these are cards that I actually like. So the 9 of Cups in reverse is happiness is an inside job. This relationship is only going to be as happy as you are. It's only going to be as happy as you allow it to be. I don't get any red flags from him, again, other than the fact that I don't want you to repeat some patterns from the past. And it could be also that I don't know if he's on a rebound necessarily. I do feel he's available. I'm going to take some clarifiers. I don't feel any but the 9 of Cups in reverse, again, the 9 of Cups is happiness, joy, Nine of Cups is kind of that happiness is an inside job sort of a card where it's up to you. It's up to you if this is going to be kind of a happy relationship or not. And not entirely, but it's really asking you not to change habits and patterns. I'm sorry, let me back up. It's really asking you to not repeat habits and patterns that you've had in other relationships. And I think one of the things is, especially as a Taurus, it's about taking this slow. Sometimes Leos can, be pushy. Sometimes Leos can be like, let's get this going. I feel like when you have an earth sign and a fire sign, there has to be a compromise. So let's pull some clarifiers, because right off the bat, again, to recap, I show fate, destiny. I also show that both of you are here to learn some lessons. I feel like you possibly could have manifested each other, but the Eight of Pentacles is also, let's take things slow. Let's see if this is going to work out. We don't want to push it. And then, of course, the Nine of Cups is kind of like it's only going to be as happy as you allow it to be. It is, I like the Nine of Cups, but if you are starting a relationship in a place where you're not stable and happy, sometimes that'll translate into the relationship. So that's what I'm kind of picking up on a little bit. But sometimes people can bring the very bad in us and the very good in us. So I'm going to take a couple clarifiers. So we have the Six of Wands, the Lovers, which I like, and we have the Ace of Wands. Again, this is all about like taking it slow. So to clarify the Eight of Pentacles, we have the Six of Wands, and the Six of Wands is the card of victory. So again, there's great potential here, but Six of Wands is kind of like, it's the card of perseverance, it's the card of courage, it's the card of bravery, it's the card of victory, going to, kind of putting yourself out there. But again, take things slow. Don't push anything, don't push the envelope, don't get too, I don't want to say excited, but don't push it. Then I love this, the Wheel of Fortune and the Lovers. I mean, this is definitely some sort of past life connection or something that's absolutely faded. Now, the Lovers in reverse with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse can be a little bit of a warning. It can be. And again, it can be about making choices. And I think the first choice is taking things slow. The second choice is not bringing baggage or behaviors from other relationships, because either you or him or both are on some sort of a rebound or coming from a difficult situation. So I feel like both of these are, choosing to be here, making choices, but also it's, again, when we look at the Lovers in reverse, it is about honoring yourself. It's about honoring, this potential new relationship, and it's about kind of, this is a new situation, so you don't want to bring that old baggage in here. And then the outcome is to clarify the Nine of Cups in reverse. Remember, happiness is an inside job. We have a potential new beginning with the Ace of Wands, and Ace of Wands is passion and charisma and success and movement forward, but it's reverse. Again, it's another. You want to take your time. The Ace of Wands, again, is not about rushing into anything. I mean, it is Leo energy, but you're Taurus. You got to kick some dirt on that fire. So I'm going to pull 3 more cards to see what your obstacle is, and then we will wrap it up, and I'll send this to you. So when we talk about your situation of the Eight of Pentacles in reverse, taking things slow, manifesting what you want through diligence and sticking to something. Six of Wands, victory, but also perseverance and courage. And what's crossing you, or what the obstacle is the Moon reverse. You don't have to know all about him all at once. You don't have to tell him everything all at once. The Moon in reverse is taking your time, getting to know all the parts. Right? So reconciling the shadow self, reconciling the hidden, the path being somewhat lit, but not completely. It's not like the sun. So the Moon is your obstacle, and the Moon is like, you don't have to know everything all at once, right off the bat. That's part of the fun, is taking your time, taking time to get to know each other. Your obstacle for so that was situation. The action is, your obstacle is the Seven of Cups. So this is emotional choices that you have to make. Not everything is all good and not everything's all bad. Sometimes we see a beautiful cup and we look in the cup and there could be some old liquid in there, or it could be empty, but the cup looks so good. You get the analogy. Or sometimes the cup, it's an average cup, but there's something beautiful inside. The point is the Seven of Cups is your obstacle. It's making, decisions yes, intuitively, so it is Scorpio, and you want to make transformative decisions, but at the same time, you want to acknowledge that there's both good and bad in every situation. This person's probably going to have red flags and green flags and yellow flags. At this point, I don't see any like, uh-oh, but again, it's about making intelligent decisions and emotionally mature decisions. That's going to be your obstacle in the action. But again, it is clarifying the Wheel of Fortune and the Lovers, which is pretty fate-based, pretty destined-based, pretty karmic-based. And sometimes karmic, especially with the Wheel of Fortune reversed and the Lovers reversed, means that we have lessons to learn from this person. And sometimes that's a good thing, but it's a hard thing. The lessons that we have to learn. I feel one of the lessons is not to repeat patterns and to not bring excess baggage and to take things slow. And then your outcome, we have the Ten of Pentacles reversed. So the outcome, again, is longevity, safety, balance, stability. And that's something potential. It's Virgo energy. It's potentially there, but it's the obstacle. So you don't want to rush things along. You don't want to because you have an ace. You have an ace and you have a 10. So it's like, the ace is like, let's go. And then the Ten of Pentacles is like, oh, okay, well, but also I don't want this to be over before it starts. So I hope that helps. I all in all, I feel that you should absolutely continue to talk to him. But again, it's like, I think there's some element of fate and destiny to this relationship. You guys both have something to learn or to teach each other. And that can sometimes be stressful. It can be hard, but it can also be rewarding. Okay, so I'm going to upload this to you, and we'll talk soon.